Hey everyone, it's Gray here. Welcome to another Pokemon stream. So, we're back again. I'm about to do fossil hunting for the first time in a while. I wanted to do some of this stuff a little bit ago, like doing some of these raids, but didn't really have a good opportunity anyway. Welcome everybody, hope you're all doing good. So, I don't know how long I'm going to go on today. I would like to go on 3 to 4 hours maybe, but I don't know if I've got the patience for it. We'll see. Basically, just going to be sitting here playing for a little while, then resetting through a bunch of fossils and stopping. This is the last shiny hunt stuff we're going to be doing in the game for quite some time. Like, after I finish this, we're pretty much through collecting all the main shinies I want before I was going to finish the game. So, here we are, finally. A little excited, also a little bit nervous. I mean, did just have a huge screw up the last time I tried it, so we'll see how things go. But hey, I have faith. How's everyone doing tonight? Hopefully good. I've had a really slow day. I've been not spending my days productively, I feel like. So, yeah. Mostly just watching streams. Doing some raids earlier in Pokemon outside of this stuff. Like, I'm still targeting another G-Max shiny that I'm struggling to catch and still have not caught yet, so there's that. Ugh. Catch rates on those things are like really low. So, let me review what we're doing really quick. I need to spawn any of the Pokemon that are on like the current spawn table for the new event. If you want to look it up, look at Cerebi, and there should be a new event den listing that was like a few days ago, and trying to spawn certain Pokemon from that list that can spawn these fossils. Very straightforward shiny hunt. A little bit on the slow side, but I mean, whatever. Let me see, what was I gonna say? Oh, yeah, I'm actually gonna be cutting the stream up a little bit later, like where it'll be two separated parts, or at least I'll be pausing the stream, because I'm gonna be switching over to using emulator stuff after I get done. Have Pokemon Stadium on in the background, and like, feel like it'd be easier to get it set up really fast just off the stream. Shouldn't take more than a second or two, but if I want to handle it. I wonder if I should have done it with like the intent to do these while I'm doing these fossil hunts. I like Stadium a lot, and I don't care about Pokemon Yellow version as much. It limits the amount of time I'm spending playing it, and I don't know. Kind of wonder if that was the right idea to go with. On the other hand, I mean, there'll be other times to play. That's not what I was saying, but like, after today, or, well, whenever I get the two I'm after, we'll be pretty much done with this game, and I'm actually looking forward to that. I'm, like, in the mood to continue on with my other stuff. I put more time into this than I wanted to, even though it's a good game. It's just not really hugely up to my taste, and I've wasted, like, countless hours getting these shinies, so, yeah. Also, seems like everybody today is playing like Half-Life Alyx, or a good chunk of people are. I really wanted to get one of the Valve Index, but they're like really pricey. It looks really good. I mentioned before I've only had like one proper experience of VR, and it didn't really work out too well because of, excuse me, a lens problem. I want to try again though. I always hear about people talking about how cool it is to use VR, and I've never been able to like feel that. I've never really got that vibe out of VR. Then again, I didn't really get the chance to try it properly, but what I did, I was like really dizzy and didn't like it a lot. I guess there's always the Labo VR if I wanted to like try like a basic thing, but even then, it's not. I don't think it's proper VR that's compatible with anything. I think it only works on Switch, so got the limited use out of it. Something like kind of occurred to me though. I don't think it's the case, but I'm wondering if there's maybe a possibility of another Labo kit coming out. I mean, well, I shouldn't say. I thought we had one per year for a little bit, but no, that's only we had two in 28, like 2 sets of them releasing in 2018, didn't we? Doesn't mean it's over though. Speaking of which, since like I was talking about that, Nintendo's like doing these more gimmicky things, like certain games, the Switch. I noticed that lately, like I was looking at some stuff on Reddit, Ring Fit Adventure is like completely sold out, which is not super surprising, but a little surprising because I don't think it got like a huge amount of buys originally, but it's impressive. I guess being locked up in quarantine, people are afraid of being stuck without any way to exercise and want a game that'll be fun for that. I thought about getting it when it was new. To be honest, I don't think I really care to. I didn't pick up Wii Fit back in the day when that released either. If I want to do exercise, which I do eventually, I want to go down to a gym and try to meet people. My goal. Although, no, there's not really any time for it now that this coronavirus stuff has gotten out of hand. I don't know. I hope things calm down after a while. I mean, obviously, they're still going to take a long time before they can get it fixed, but still scary thinking about how this virus could impact everyday life. If, like, more and more, because it's just dangerous and hasn't been cured, and apparently it's a pandemic. I don't know a lot about medical stuff, though, so I don't know really a whole lot about what's going on with the situation, just what I hear from news stuff. I've been kind of bored lately, wanting to play other games, and just been playing this because I wanted to get my shiny hunts out of the way, and this is like one of these opportunities where I wouldn't want to pass it up because it's a chance to get my hands on fossil Pokemon before I finish the game and be done once I finish up, so it's one of those scenarios where I felt the need to take the plunge and finish it. Rest assured though, if you're sick of Pokemon, I will be having a nice long break away from it after I get done with this. There won't be a huge amount of sessions of it that'll be just continually wasting more time. I've had enough playing it for a while, actually. Sir, everybody's playing Animal Crossing right now. I wish I could join in on it. I mean, I don't know if a lot of people would tune in to stream of it or not, but I do want to join in on the fun. Unfortunately, no money right now, so I can't buy it. This is my luck that when I finally want something new, like 2 things I wanted were coming out, Animal Crossing and Mega Man Zero Collection. I can't get either one of them because of lack of money. Maybe next month I'll have the money. I'm going to pick up Animal Crossing, and that's definitely going to be one thing I'll play on stream at least. Okay, I feel like I should explain this if I haven't already, since I don't know how many people are watching and are, like, curious about this, but the reason why I keep resetting is actually because the rewards you get from these event dens are randomized, so every time I don't get what I'm after and end up with something else, I can just go into the home menu, close the game, redo the battle, and then try to get another fossil out of it. I only need, like, so much right now, too. Even grabbed some extras, but I want to have, like, 100 of each Pokemon I'm reviving, so there's that. Thought I would throw that explanation out there for anybody who's curious and doesn't really understand what we're doing here. This is something I don't like about Pokemon. I'm sure I've said it. The gameplay gets a little bit samey. Whereas other games I'm used to, doesn't always feel like that. I don't know. Like, you asked me about Zelda, sure, it's the same stuff where you're swinging a sword around using a shield and, like, solving puzzles, but they always manage to make the gameplay feel interesting every entry. Just the same exact thing Pokemon over and over, it feels like. I might be alone on that opinion. It'd be nice to see them spruce up the gameplay a little, though. I mean, heck, even Mario got creative with gameplay with Mario Maker. Although Mario's always been creative. I'm just getting new Mario games. Like, we haven't had one in a long while, so I'd like to see one soon, hopefully. Speaking of which, Nintendo Direct, please, we need one. I looked at some stuff like a few days ago, and we passed over the 200 days mark without a Direct. This is a first for Nintendo, honestly. I just want something new to look forward to. I've got other stuff on my backlog, obviously, but that's not the same. There's something really, really exciting about seeing, like, a brand new game and getting to, like, check out the trailer and analyze it, all that stuff. Like how everybody sees something from Nintendo, and usually one of the first things we're expecting is, like, an analysis from Game Explain, because it's always something that happens, and it's fun to watch, too. I genuinely enjoy, like, waiting to see all the hidden little details that are out there and see, like, as much of the game as possible. Gives you an idea of what to expect, too. Still, like I said before, I find it a little nerve-wracking that we don't have anything announced from Nintendo, like, coming up. And now that E3's canceled, who knows how this is going to change their plans. I mean, maybe they'll do another E3-like thing and do something where they still do a big game presentation type thing in June, who knows. Hey, Zachary, good to see you. Welcome to the stream. I wonder how many years E3's gone on, actually, since I bothered to bring that up. Look it up in a second, because I'm curious. Also, since I brought this up anyway, and I was talking about coronavirus a little bit earlier, but, like, I'm kind of wondering what's going to be going on all this year. It's going to maybe just be boring, but, like, feels like everything is shutting down. There's, like, not anything in forms of entertainment anymore. Like, I guess you can watch streams on, like, a streaming service like Twitch or YouTube, but feels like because of the quarantining, like, the outside world is just not really there right now. People are afraid to go out. Only time people want to go out is to get supplies and stuff. I don't know. It's really scary to think about. Alright, let's check this, because I'm just curious. It's not really a big deal, but what does Google say when I look this up? $19.95, so I don't know the math off the top of my head, excuse me. We're in 2020, so maybe 25 years ago, if I did the math right in my head. That's a long time, and it's been a standard ever since it got introduced. I remember watching a video on it. I think, like, Smash Bros. Was unveiled, like, either the first E3 or, like, one of the ones that was preceding it, like, just a few E3s later, if not. I wonder what that was like back then. Back then, it obviously didn't have the reputation, but, like, some new gaming event that's supposed to be really big, and now it's turned into the biggest convention for games and all of gaming, period, really. I'm not even sure what to feel right now. Think about that, like... You wouldn't think, like, one incident where they had to shut it down for a year would be a problem, but I mean... Somebody mentioned something that I remember listening to on the radio while I was, like, down to my brother's place, like, I guess that was like a week or two ago, but yeah, I was, like, listening to the radio. Somebody mentioned how when they do it once, set the precedence and could easily keep happening over and over again, because then it starts to blur the line of when they'll set a limit on when they're going to cancel things, like how these sporting events are getting canceled. And I never really thought I'd say it, but I wonder if this means the history of E3 is going to just be gone. E3 is going to be something that fades into history and isn't something we see anymore. I can't imagine how that would impact games as a whole, though. Pretty much everybody looks forward to E3 for the sole sake of the games. I mean, I feel like people have turned it into something else by this point, but still. What I remember, like, it looks like it's just fucking crammed with advertisements, so maybe it's for the better. I don't know. I guess I shouldn't be too worried. Nintendo's got their stuff handled really well. Like, regardless, Nintendo Directs were already similar to what it was done at E3, so they had their whole scenario planned out well in advance, and if things need to be changed up, they can, but I mean, they'll probably still do another presentation in June regardless. So, there's something I don't know if I've brought this up or not before, but there's something really odd about how silent this year is for game announcements, mainly from Nintendo, but in general too. I know that probably a lot of devs are waiting to go next gen, so I can understand there where there's people who aren't announcing anything because they're waiting to pull the trigger on the PS5 or Xbox Series, whatever it's called, Xbox One Series X or something like that, that thing, and announce their new games for that console, but I don't understand why Nintendo's so silent. There's not really any reason to. Last time this happened was at the Wii U, and that was in 2016 when they'd already given up on the console, which that's a different scenario than what's going on right now. There's no reason at all to kill off the Switch. So, I don't understand why there's radio silence. There's just like nothing going on, period, and it's a little weird. What was the date of that rumored direct again? On the 26th? That's only like 3 days away, so we're getting a direct that needs to be announced soon. Speaking of which, you guys remember that January direct in 2018? That was a fucking crazy moment. I remember back then, I remember how long it had been. I think it was like a month or two before we had a direct, and everybody was confused and wondering what was going on. Nintendo hadn't announced anything for 2018. It's a bit of panic after a while of not hearing anything, and everybody was talking about how there was supposed to be some January direct, and the day came. There were no warnings, they just dropped that mini direct out of nowhere. That was a strange moment. It was kind of hype too, just like getting up and seeing it. Even though everybody knew it was already going to happen since there was like so much talking about it, but I think they pretty much pulled a fast one, all the leakers, because nobody understood what the hell was going on at Nintendo. Something I both love and hate about Nintendo is that you really can't predict what they're going to do. They just do whatever the hell they want to. Sometimes it makes it fun, sometimes it's just really annoying trying to, like, understand what the fuck is going to happen. Okay, right, we just got our 200th fossil, I think. Yes, we did. Okay. In that case, give me 1 second. I'll just put these guys in here, I guess. I'm about to restart the stream, actually. It'll take just a moment, but I need to, like, make sure I've got Pokemon Stadium ready, because I was going to do that while I'm streaming so that... Oops. Yeah, do that so that way when I'm streaming, I'll have it set up. That way I can just, like, keep switching games to check on stuff when I need to. Makes it convenient for me, that's all. If I try to do it on stream, there's a good chance something might get a little screwed up and I might mess up the audio settings or something. I don't mind doing that stuff on stream, but it's a lot easier to just kill the stream for a minute or two and then restart it, so... Alright, let me get over to the fossil lady. Or is it again over here somewhere? There it is. It's been a long while since I've done this. Let's hope this goes better than before. I don't want another huge fuck up. I'm going to cry if I end up screwing up and, like, accidentally reviving all these and saving over them a second time. Okay. Save the game. One more time to be safe. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and put the kill switch on the stream for a second and then restart it. Just a second, though. I want to make sure I didn't miss any chat messages. No? Okay. Right. Be back in like 5 minutes or less. It shouldn't take that long. Just gotta get things ready.